Okay, I've seen you checking out Zillow. I know you think you're ready to buy a house, so now you're wondering, how much do I need for my down payment? I'm Tiffany Weber, and I am a real estate lawyer in North Carolina in the Lake Norman area. And we put out videos all the time just like this one so you can be more educated about the home buying, closing, real estate process. Once people find out I'm a real estate lawyer, a lot of times they will ask me, oh, well, I'm looking at buying a house for the first time. How much money do I actually need to have for my down payment? So the first thing I always say is a good loan officer is going to be able to tell you everything about what you need for a down payment, all the different types of loans you can qualify for. But I do like to share with people what I see from the other side of the table once you've actually gotten to the closing table. So generally speaking, for an FHA loan, which is usually for first-time home buyers, you can put down as little as 3.5%. And that's because there's a really good thing that happens when people buy their first home, and it helps them start to build wealth. So these programs exist so that more people have access to buying their first home. And not everyone has had an opportunity or the length of their career to save up 20% for a down payment. So this program lets people put less money down, but still be able to own their homes. Now, how much you need for a down payment really depends on a lot of things. And that is, how much money is your house? How much capital do you have? And how averse are you to paying PMI, or private mortgage insurance? Now, I've done a whole video on PMI explaining what it is, how you can get rid of it, how much it costs, etc. So if you want more information, we will link it here and put it in the description below. Now, PMI is not an inherently good or bad thing. There can be reasons why you wouldn't put down 20% even if you have the capital. Imagine, for example, I'll talk about my own house. So my husband and I bought last summer a house that needed to be renovated. And while we had the cash flow to put 20% down to avoid PMI, we knew that we were immediately going to have to put a lot more cash out for the renovation. And after the renovation, the home would be much more valuable. We would be able to get it reappraised and get rid of the PMI. So we use that to our advantage. So you have to be strategic when you're thinking about how much money you want to put down, because it's not always good to spend all of your cash up front on the 20% if you have significant expenditures coming up right after the closing that are going to increase the value of the home. Now, you may also not have the capital to put 20% down, but you may be able to do something more than 3.5%. So you can put down less than 20% in a conventional loan, you'll just pay the PMI. Now, if you put down 20% or more in a conventional loan, you'll avoid that extra expense. One thing I see often in closings for first-time home buyers, I wish I saw it a little bit more actually, is that in North Carolina, we have a unique program through the North Carolina Housing Finance Agency where some borrowers may be able to qualify for down payment assistance. So that is a second loan on the property that helps you put more money down for the home. Now, I'm not a loan officer, I'm a real estate attorney, so I don't know exactly the qualifications to be able to qualify, but if you do qualify, the loan can actually be forgiven the longer that you own the home. So right now what I'm seeing in closings in the promissory note is that for the first 10 years, if you sell the home within the first 10 years of owning it and you have this second down payment assistance loan, you'll have to repay it in full. But after you get to the 10th year, the loan is forgiven 20% each year until 15 years, and then the loan is completely forgiven. So if you get this down payment assistance loan on a home and you own it for 15 years and then sell it after the end of the 15 years and you're 16 or 17 or whenever, you won't be repaying that portion of the loan. So it's a really cool program. I wish I saw more of it. Honestly, I think it would help a lot of people, but that is another way if you're concerned about not being able to put enough money down, is to talk to a loan officer and see if you can qualify for that program. Now, I've had the benefit of doing a lot of real estate closings and seeing all kinds of situations, and one thing I am certain of is that everyone's situation is unique. There is not a one-size-fits-all approach to your down payment, despite what anyone else may tell you. So if you're looking at buying a home, you don't know how much to put down, you should absolutely reach out to a loan officer right away, even if you're not yet ready to make an offer on a home, because they can talk to you about all the options available to you. They truly are the experts in this, and they will guide you to the decision that makes the most sense for you. If you want more information like this, make sure you subscribe. I'm Tiffany Weber, and I'll see you in the next one.